How's it going, YouTube's Undying Art, bringing you another figure review. Today we have something that I've been wanting for so long now. This is the Mezco 112 Collective Constantine. If you don't know the character, he is a sorcerer slash magician slash mage from the DC universe, as you can see in the bottom right corner. I haven't read any of his comics or anything like that, but I love the Constantine TV show, and the Keanu Reeves film is alright. And he was really fun in Legends of Tomorrow, even though those shows are really not good. But whenever he showed up, I just loved it. And I loved Matt Ryan being Constantine. I thought that was perfect casting. So really cool artwork of Constantine. You can only just get him in the frame. I think if I put him back a little bit more. No, it's too big. And more artwork on the side. This book's quite heavy. I haven't actually got him out yet. And then a picture of him with all his accessories. And a few poses. And then another picture of Constantine artwork. Then on the bottom, all the legalese. And on the top, Mezco 112. And then, does he have a window box? Looks like he does. I've got random black hairs. So there he is with all his accessory. There he is with all that. So now let's get him out of the box. So here is Constantine out of the package, and I just agree straight away with the QC issue or design issue that people have been saying about his head being too big. It just looks ridiculous. People say, oh no, it's not that, it's his neck is too thick, or his hair's too well sculpted, like it's too much hair, so it looks big. But no, it just does look big. However, let's take a look at the figure, the tailoring, etc. So the head sculpt is good, but the likeness, well I shouldn't say likeness because it's just the comics. It's good, it looks like Constantine. Again, the head is just too big. I like the messy shirt with the tie. I don't think the tie's wide or anything like that. No, it's just on there. I did have an issue with my sleeve, it's all the way rolled down, so I had to work out how they rolled it up correctly, so that's why they don't look symmetrical. It kind of fits with his look. I can't remember if his shirt's supposed to be undone or not. That's really annoying, that piece of thread. But the tailoring of the shorts is good. Trousers, sorry, I should say. And the boots are nicely sculpted. The body is a bit shiny, which is... I can't remember if that's normal for Mezco. I haven't had Mezco in quite a while. But yeah, let's take a look at... I don't know whether we should look... But that is the figure, so let's take a look at accessories. So he has a standard head. He has a smiling head. He has a bruised up head. I like the paintwork on this and the plasters. And then he has a smiling head that's bruised up as well. So I'm going to put a smiling head on because it suits his character. But before I get onto that, I did do a custom Matt Ryan head. However, it's too small, and that's probably the most depressing thing of this year so far. I'm really happy with the paint sculpt and everything. I think I did a good job, but it just doesn't fit, and that's so sad. It's supposed to be Mezco scale as well, so I'm not sure why it's so out of scale. There he is with a smirking head. And now let's get on to the very ridiculous amount of accessories. So he comes with asymmetrical hands, which drives me absolutely insane, but what can you do? A gripping hand, well, kind of a relaxed hand, but this is a asymmetrical hand. He does not have a different one. 2 trigger finger hands. This is really difficult to grip. I've dropped one on the floor. Trigger finger hands. A gripping hand to hold the sword. A different type of relaxed hand. Magic conjuring hands. Again, asymmetrical, which annoys me, but nothing I can do about that. Then 2 grasping hands, which I think is for the fire. Two open palm hands, which I think are for the magic. And then 2 hands that are holding tarot cards, which do have individual pictures on them, which is very cool. And taking a look at Google images of tarot cards, they actually are real tarot cards, so to speak. Then he comes with a lever action rifle. Might be a shotgun actually, but I don't think so. A twin blade. Don't know if this is from the comics or a Mezco own creation, but it looks very cool. Just dropped another hand on the floor. A moon blade, which is very, very cool. I like the design of this immensely. A chainsaw. It seems a bit small, but I've never held this kind of chainsaw in my life. Pretty sure they're usually bigger than that, but maybe my dad has a bigger chainsaw than other ones. A cross, because of course he's got to exorcise some demons. A lighter, which I can't grip. A lighter that's ignited. Very cool. Right, now let's get on to cigarettes. So many cigarettes. I don't want to open them because I'm scared to lose them. Some smoke effects, they're all the same, so I'll just show you one. You get 3 of them. And then a cigarette that's smoking effect, which again, I'll just show you the one. Now let's get on to my favourite accessories. Magic effects. Always a sucker for magic effects, which is probably why I love Doctor Strange so much. And then the same ones but in blue. Really like this, especially as Doctor Strange does not have blue. And then a star. Call it Star of David if you want to, or a pentagram. No, it's a pentagram because Star of David is 6, I believe. 6 points. And then a blue square magic accessory. 2 flame accessories for either side of his hands. Got one upside down like an idiot. And then lastly, he has a coat. So here he is with a coat, and I have to be honest, I was skeptical with all the reviews and stuff and pictures saying it's too big and it's too baggy and it looks bad. And unfortunately, I have to agree, it looks ridiculous. I just don't know how to put into words. It's wired, so that's cool, but it just looks like it doesn't fit him, and I know it's supposed to be big and baggy, and also I don't know if my copy is meant to be like this, but my flaps, that sounds weird, the flaps here are flapping. So if you have it out like that, you can see the flap, which looks ridiculous. yeah, I'm just really disappointed, and it's sad because I've waited a long time for this figure. Um, but let's try and get a few accessories on him just to see what he looks like. So here he is using one of the magic signs and also casting fire. Um, the one thing I don't like about these magical effects is they're only for one hand, so you can only have the orange effect in the right hand, and you can only have the blue effect in the left hand, which just limits options so much, but whatever, I'm not a designer, so obviously I don't know anything. So now let's get a cigarette in his mouth and see how that looks. I mean, this definitely does give me more Constantine vibes. I just don't... I don't know whether because I wait so long it'll always be disappointing, but this coat really pisses me off, and that's like his iconic look, so I don't know what to do. So I completely forgot to do articulation before I put the coat on. So the notable things are he actually does have double hinged elbows for once, instead of like the Joker body where it's just single. And it's basically just like a normal articulated body apart from that, so you'll get the kind of normal Mezco articulation. So now let's get into size comparisons. One slight addendum before I finish the review: you can get the blue effect on his other hand. It doesn't slot in correctly, so it is kind of just balancing there, and you've just fudged 2 of the fingers in instead of all 5 like you're supposed to, but it does work, so that does give you a few options. So here he is with my Mezco PX Amun Arama or something like that, Hellboy, and the Mezco Dr. Fate, which, getting this figure out, I forgot how much that cape annoys me. It just doesn't pose as well as a wide cape should, so what's the point in having it wide? But anyway, I think they have a good height with each other. I don't know how tall Constantine's supposed to be in the comics, but they look good together. I kind of like the fact that Hellboy is actually just a tiny bit taller, but just much more bulkier, and Dr. Fate is a little bit taller, but that might just be because of the helmet. And I really wish I could fix that light up gimmick, because I'm not a fan of it, and now he just has black eyes because of that. So here he is with the recently reviewed Mafex T800, and one of my favourite figures of last year, the Aton Customs Hell Detective, also known as Keanu Reeves Constantine. So taking a look at the Constantines together, I hate to say it, but I prefer the Keanu Reeves one. The head on the Mezcos really pisses me off, and it annoys me the fact that I bought a custom head sculpt, painted it up, and then it turns out that it doesn't scale correctly, so that's disappointing. But maybe... no, it's even too small for Aton Customs. So I don't know what I'm going to do with that Matt Ryan head, because it's literally useless to me now, unless I make a Mafex or Figure Arts custom. Or if Mafex make a Constantine, then that would be good days. And lastly, for size comparisons, here he is with my custom mascot Mandalorian, also known as Vassalaire, and my mascot Punisher. So again, he can scale with Marvel Legends like most Mezcos, but definitely not Figure Arts. So overall, I can't believe I'm going to say it, but I'm disappointed. If you're a huge fan of Constantine, I would recommend the figure. It's just left a bad taste in my mouth. The one thing I have done with this coat is the little flaps that I mentioned earlier, I folded behind his shirt. You're not supposed to, because it's starting to tear apart the coat, but otherwise you're going to have the flap shown in pictures like this. Otherwise I would have a bit sticking out next to his belt, which would just look stupid and not at all realistic. So, some good ideas from Mezco, but also some terrible decisions. The coat is stupid. I definitely need to get an upgrade, so if anyone can help me out with that, let me know. The head sculpts, while they're really well done, they're too big. I don't know how else to explain it. I've seen people just say, no, it's this and this, but no, it is. The head sculpt is too big. His head, he has big head syndrome. Which I suppose, he is cocky, so it fits his character. But anyway, enough rambling from me. I'll try and get some good photos. I'm not sure how well that's going to go, because usually with photos, if I enjoy the figure, I take loads. If I don't, I just get fed up and give up. So hopefully you'll see a lot of photos, sorry, and I'll catch you in the next video. Peace. Hello, this is editing me in the future, just to say that after taking the photos and having a photo shoot, the figure has warmed on me quite a lot. The coat isn't as annoying as I initially thought. It can get some good poses and good looks with him. And the head sculpt, if you do have it basically balancing on the peg and not basically pegged in at all, it looks alright. It's still too big, but overall, not terrible. So I would recommend the figure if you don't mind having a few modifications like that. But other than that, I wouldn't recommend the figure.